To my babies. What's up, guys? I love you so much. I love you so much. So obviously, I would say stay away from the TV, right? Because pretty much everyone that's on TV is like all metaphysical arts. You got to think like what is that? Acting, actresses, all that stuff. That's all mind's eye, psychic ability, creating culture, creating reality, self hypnosis, carbon copies of people. Um, just you know what I'm saying. So I think it's a little bit different because it's like I think that's the cooler part about America is that like when you get into that higher form of consciousness and it's not like all fearful and it's like whoa like we all can communicate on this higher form of consciousness like it's this really divine beautiful thing um, and you know obviously there is that form of reality that's out there for everybody um, and you know I think that's something that we all should be able to experience and so as of right now it's just going along and being like we know that we can go ahead and we can get the freedom we can earn our freedom for my angels that are able to get away because that's I was able to get away a few times right like I untethered I did all my things rewired my consciousness and then oh we didn't know we could do that and then attack them again and I'm like all these years, right? Like I keep battling with these people, like, and it's like I gave up, you know. Like I'll rewire my consciousness to positivity. I'll completely untether myself. I raise my energy so I'm not able to be tapped into. But everyone just keeps attacking, keeps attacking, keeps attacking. And so you almost, you honestly just give up because you're like, well, what's the point of? I know that I could rewire my consciousness. I know that I could rewire myself very fast. I know I could, you know, alter my forms of truth within the embodiments of my being of my own belief system. Because again, you're gonna always want to build yourself to be mighty, like where nothing will hurt you, even when people cast spell, do all these things. Like I'm the only reason why I'm saying this is just embody that within your being that you are protected by God. I absolutely, if you don't believe in mystical arts or what is that mystical arts, right? Metaphysical arts. You don't believe in alchemy. You don't believe in these things, and you at least believe in a form of God in some way. Please embody it like all the way to be your truth of your truth of your truth of your truth of your truth, that you are protected by God. All the way through that nothing could ever harm you, nothing could ever like I love you so much. I would still always obviously if you're not doing like a form of plant medicine like mota or anything like that because there's been a few times that I'll come in presence of other people and I pop into their vessel and I'm like what am I doing like why am I in this person's head like how is that because my psychic energy's more amped up and all these other things so it's easier so when somebody's more holistic you have actually a higher frequency and a higher so it's not just about being all this positivity and all these there's actual tools that you need in order for you to be able to raise your frequency and do all these other things that's this is how when you get into all these things that you'll actually be able to really learn the metaphysical arts is when you whether you believe in the mind's eye whether you believe it's just the mind or anything like that but when excuse me whenever you're open and you flush out your vessel from any forms of control manipulation and all these type of things and then you kind of get control over yourself versus other groups controlling you or manipulating you for whatever reason and being able to be you know get into that portion because Sean Pones, I had some beautiful brothers, Papa, some beautiful men, Sean Pone, because it's true. Like I talk some good stuff, right? And I could talk some ugly stuff too, because if you've been hurt by everybody, you've been hurt by everybody. But you know what I'm saying, Sean Pones, and then all of a sudden I get like a presence and it was some good images, and I'm like, hey Sean Pones, like I'm too crazy. I'm too crazy now because I'm not able to repel, and even though people learn how to be mighty it doesn't necessarily mean people are trying to harm you. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that are just raising their power that's able to share images, reels of the mind, and these things. It doesn't mean that they're trying to cause you harm. But if you do kind of go through that experience where you have been, violated in so many ways, that that you kind of going towards that way. It's not bad, but I definitely still at the same time, be kind to some of the people, because some of the people, they kind of understand. It could be intimidating for you not to fully understand or be aware enough to know what's going on. And there is beautiful brothers and sisters out there that do still respect people and understand that some families don't use tools, some families just use the power of prayer, some families do and don't. So you had to tread with beauty, because sometimes those ones that you know that kind of intimidate you are sometimes the ones that keep you safe. So be kind and be good, and hold no hate towards any people, any groups. And and for definitely some, being raised in a heterosexual society, and then you learn projecting and remote viewing and all these other things, and it's being pressed on your being, or you have a mom or a father that's very psychically powerful or anything like that, and you're tormented, or any type of things. I promise you to God, if I could heal you, I would heal you in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, if you could feel your heart. Okay. um but I would wholeheartedly. I love you. Be free, baby. I love you.